YouTube, what is going on? Cole Hamels fan. Yeah. Like I always say, never have anything to say right after that. All right, so I have a few pickups. I also did something a few weeks ago. I went to the Philadelphia, I'm going to call it the Comic-Con. It was Wizard World. Now it's called something. But anyway, I went there for one day only. Mostly because I want to meet this guy, but then I had an opportunity to meet someone else, and I really always wanted to meet him, and I'm not sure how many more times I'll have a chance to, so I did. So originally, I wanted to meet this guy for a very long time. It's always never worked out, and he's been at other places, and maybe he just doesn't do the one day or whatever, but I got him to sign this, and that is the Goot, Steve Guttenberg. So I got him to sign this little mini poster, Mahoney. I actually walked around the show a whole bunch to see if I could find something better, but I really couldn't. I was surprised because for as big of an actor in the 80s as he was, there wasn't anything. It was shocking. But the other guy that I wanted to meet, and I ended up standing in line for, I can't even tell you how long. I think I lined up at like 12:30-ish, and I got to meet him at like 4:30-ish, I think, roughly. But I bought this, and I wasn't sure what to get signed, and I was 50-50 on it. So I brought two things, and I ended up getting this thing signed. But anyway, so I met WWE legend, and honestly a very nice guy, Mr. John Cena. So I got this original P-Series. This is actually his very first ever P-Series promo signed. He actually remarked, it was like, yeah, that's an early one. I was like, honestly, I'm pretty sure it's your first. He was like, yeah, I think it was. They didn't do the other one, so that was pretty cool. I also brought the ticket I had from WrestleMania 29, which was him and Rock Part 2. Thought about getting that signed, but honestly, unless I get The Rock to sign it, it really kind of, like, if you get The Rock to sign it, then it's like an iconic piece, but like the odds of me doing that are pretty rough, and it would be insanely expensive unless I ran into him randomly. So, yeah, so those are the two things I got there, and then that was it, basically, by the time of wading through the John Cena line, I was shot, because it was like move an inch every like couple minutes, and then you had these big hulked up douchey flippers that had like 75,000 Funko Pops. And again, my ticket autograph time was 1:15, and I didn't meet him until 4:30, so you can only imagine how long that was. I mean, I'm sure the people at the end of the line, he probably did stay and sign, but like, it's probably insane. But yeah, so there's that. Next, I got into two different breaks where they could choose the player out of Ultimate, and this year's Ultimate had a Pekka Shield. I think it actually technically had two, an autographed and a non-autographed. But anyway, so obviously I got into a couple breaks. Two different breaks. There were 5 cases each. I believe it was like 80 boxes total in each break. So out of 160 boxes, I got one card. One card out of that many boxes. So it was insane. So if it was 80, 160, yeah. So one card out of 160 boxes of a Pekka Rinne. But anyway, so I got something though. This is actually, ironically, I guess the gold version, I think. I don't know. They don't really number it, but it is 12 out of 35, which is funny because the one guy just sent me out of 35 Ultimate at Christmas time. But yeah, this is out of this year's 12 of 35 Pekka Rinne base. But if it is 1 out of 160 boxes, you can imagine how hard it is just to get this base card, which always shocked me because like ultimate base cards don't hold any value really whatsoever. I mean, like it's worth like $5, maybe 10 max. But like if you get the jersey numbered more, but like for as hard as they are to get just the regular bases, I'm kind of surprised they're not worth more. And then next, I didn't have this one, and it was very cheap, and I liked that about it. But I also love these cards, and honestly, these remind me of old school, like platinum medallions, because it's a pretty inexpensive product, but it is a nicer hit, and there's a couple different layers, like platinum medallions used to have like gold, and then the platinum medallion. This kind of has the same thing where, you know, you can get the, I think it's the gold, silver, and then the super. So this is the superscript out of MVP 910. So it's one of his earliest ones. Again, I didn't really have it. So this might actually be his first one in all fairness. I'm not really sure, but it's number 19 of 25, superscript out of MVP. Sorry, I'm used to the camera being on the other side. The light probably won't let it do it, but it is a very nice card though. And I like the old school Predators uniform and all that with it. And again, in person, pops very nicely with the foil like signature, which is what I always like. That's cool. And then the last one, I was really debating on this one, but I ended up working out a deal with the person off the bay. Again, some people just think that they have stuff that's just worth too much money. But yeah, this is out of 2022 Immaculate WWE. It is the Heralded Signatures, which I had one of the base ones out of, but this is the Uno de Uno auto of it. Sorry, I'm still used to the other side. But yeah, so that is the 1/1 Sandman Heralded Signatures. For some reason, it was graded an 8. I don't know why people grade 1/1s. Again, it irritates the crap out of me. Side rant. If it's a 1/1, unless the card is falling apart, why are you grading it? Like, seriously, why? What is the purpose? Pop 1? It's already. I don't see the point. Just saying, me personally, I have always thought that grading a 1/1 is retardedly stupid. No offense to anyone that might be a little slow that way. I just personally think it's stupid. Like, all right, if you're trying to increase value from it being like, you know, an out of 5 or a refractor or something that like a base tops rookie and you want to increase the value by grading it and it's a good copy, cool. I get that. No problem. 100% understand that, especially nowadays with how people collect. But like, to me, if this got a 10, would I pay any more for it? No. Honestly, to be honest with you, I'm kind of annoyed that I'm most likely, this is a 9. I'm probably going to crack it out just to because it pisses me off that it's graded so much. Because really, does it add any value whatsoever? No. None whatsoever. I would much rather have it in a mag that is, you know, uniform with all the other cards I have than have one graded card that's a 1/1 that, oh my god, it's worth so much more because it's graded. I don't care. But then again, I am an old school collector. I understand that. But that's it. Hopefully everyone's doing all right. And I will talk to you all later. Don't really have anything coming in, but so most likely it'll be a while. Peace.